Happy Hump Day. That's right. The week is halfway done, and we're almost to the weekend. And here we are, another day where we talk about great entertainment, or bad entertainment, or mediocre. What are we talking about today? Oh, 1982's Conan the Barbarian. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Previously on the Nerdy Ronin Network.
What's up, everybody? Sorry. I was thinking, how do I start this? All right, look, you ever have those moments when you're just exhausted and you're tired in the middle of the day? Well, here's what you need to do. You need to click on the link down below in the description, the Dubby link, Dubby, all right? Dubby, and you will automatically get a discount when you make an order. And this is energy drink powder that you mix with water. You can either do it in like a shaker like this, right? They have all sorts of flavors. They also have hydro flavors, which just help you stay hydrated. But the energy sauce is what I'm all about because I need that kick in the butt sometimes when I'm exhausted. So make sure you head down, click that link if you're needing something. It's way cheaper overall than energy drinks. See ya. Happy Hump Day. That's right. It's a wonderful day. Unless you live where I live and the humidity, it's like a sauna. Okay? I don't want to go outside unless it's nighttime. Of course, I'm fat, so that's all part of it, I guess. All right, how's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great week. We're doing great here, and the best we can. We finally recuperated from vacation, and we want to talk about entertainment. And today, we are talking about Arrow Video's Blu-ray box set of Conan the Barbarian. So you don't want to miss this. It's great. But first, I want to say thanks to Blackout Coffee Company. I just tried this today. It came this month. Oh, so delicious. It is so good. If you want to try this, description down below. Whew. All right. Now that's out of the way. Let's take a look. First, we'll look at the box set and everything that comes with it, and then we'll talk about the movie. So, now, this is huge, so hold on. Double-sided poster. It's really nice. It's good quality. Then you also have a stack of like postcards as art cards, I guess, but they're postcards, theoretically. Not that you'd mail them, so I guess just art cards. How about that? With scenes from the movie plus the information of the director and the stars, etc., etc. They're real nice. They're good quality. Nice and sturdy. You also have quite a large booklet that I'm going to be honest, I have not read yet, but it has pictures, articles, etc., about the movie, I'm assuming. Cast and crew, days of high adventure, 9 days in Cimmeria, on location with Conan, King Conan, and about the restoration. So there might actually be, I don't want to lie and say there's a story of, it's about the movie. I don't know yet. That's my bad. I haven't read it. I did look up some information about the author who created Conan. Such a sad story. Like, he was born, I think, 1906, died in 1936, something like that. He was 30 years old, and unfortunately, he took his own. But he wrote, everything he wrote in a 12-year period. So he was super young when he started writing. And then taking his own life, unfortunately, at such a young age. Think of all the stuff he could have written, the talent that he had. Because he wrote, he basically created this fantasy like genre in writing, in his books, short stories in magazines and whatnot. Anyway, interesting. I've actually, I'm going to read some of his other stuff. I want to see what all he created. And of course, the Blu-ray, 3 different versions of the film on the first disc. And there's also a commentary with the director, John Milius, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I'm going to tell you now, listening to Arnold Schwarzenegger try to be smart on a commentary is awful. Just going to tell you. It was terrible to listen to, but it was nice listening to John Milhouse. And then the disc of special features, or all the extras, etc. You can see the list for disc 2 with all the extras. I mean, it goes for 3 miles. And then it all comes in this really nice hard shell box. This is not junk material. It's nice, sturdy, thick, good quality. So that's the box set. Now let's take a look at the movie. Conan the Barbarian, 1982, rated R, 2 hours and 9 minutes, depending on which version you watch. There's a 1 to 2 minute difference between the 3 different versions. Directed by John Milius, written by Robert E. Howard, who is the author of the books, or the creator and author. John Milius and Oliver Stone, a director that, if you watch movies, you know quite well. Starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Earl Jones, Max von Sydow, and many others. Who, a powerful warrior, seeks to avenge the genocide of his people and the murder of his parents at the hands of a snake cult. That's fair. Okay. Let's get the bad out of the way first, then we'll go to the good stuff. And some of the dialogue, the way it's given to you with some of these actors and actresses, it's awful. I'm not knocking the movie. I actually thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Do what? Squeaky chair? Yes. Before going further, there's nudity. Like a decent amount of nudity. However, Nerdy Wife and I were talking about this because she was in the room while I was watching this. Although there is a couple of sex scenes and some chesticles throughout some of this, it's not graphically so. Like, they're like lovemaking or whatever. That's obvious. But in movies today, I mean, there's some stuff that's just terribly graphic. So that means it's up to you. This was made in 1982. In the 80s, there was quite a bit of nudity in movies. Generally just chesticles for the most part. But anyway, fair warning, squeaky, The dialogue is a bit clunky, I guess is the point I'm trying to make in some areas. And that's the bad. The story is perfectly fine. It goes from A to B, and the way it leads through the world and the world building into the characters and whatnot, and the way they go about what they're doing is fantastic. I will say I was very much happy with the cinematography and some of the visual choices used in this movie. John Milhouse, I'm going to be honest, I know he's a very famous and super famous director, and I'm sure I've seen some of his things, but I can't automatically think of one offhand. But his choices, some of the scenes and the way they're filmed and the way they're shot are brilliant in this. And it's kind of abstract because you'll have clunky dialogue and then a beautifully shot scene. And you're like, what? How is this in the same movie? I'm going to pretend like Oliver Stone wrote the clunky dialogue. Because out of the 3 people, one of them has long past been dead a long, long time. And John Milhouse did a fantastic job with this movie. So, Oliver Stone, you're taking the hit. Truth be told, I don't know who's at fault. The movie itself is simple. It's not complex. It's not complicated. Nothing about it is complicated. It's just a simple story of entertainment, talking about how a young boy is taken into slavery and becomes a man and taught to fight, and then he's a barbarian. Like, he's not a nice guy, he just is a barbarian. Does he do some good things? Yes. Yes, he does. But he's still not necessarily a good guy, because he also punches a camel in the face and knocks it out. Yep, you're welcome. So on your bingo card, if you were wanting to see a movie where a camel is punched in the face so hard it gets knocked unconscious, this is on Netflix. Who knows? Maybe they edited that out. I watched the physical media copy of this. So, and I got to tell you also, speaking of that, Arrow did a fantastic job. I'm not going to lie, when I picked this up in the store and I got too excited because I found it for the price I found it for, I thought it was the 4K. So my mistake. Do I care that it's not the 4K? Not even a little bit. This looked fantastic. Like, it's made off of a 4K scan. I'm going to be honest, with these old man eyes, I'm sure it would look exactly the same for me. Okay. A movie of this age and this time, the way it was shot and on film, I thought it looked fantastic on Blu-ray. So if you're trying to pull the trigger on whether you should buy the Blu-ray or the 4K, personal preference, my friends, this is a great version. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked everything about it. That being said, I've not looked at the extras yet. I just haven't had time. So at some point I will check out the second disc, and if there's a problem with that, I'll let you know on here. But overall, fun movie. Now, I heard the second movie, the studio got too involved and made it more campy and family-friendly, comic booky-ish. And enough that it made Schwarzenegger mad enough he wasn't willing to come back for a third one. But I don't know. I'm going to have to watch it, though. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. And I want to watch Red Sonja, too. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. If you have this and you liked it or didn't like it, let me know in the comments. I'm curious. If you like this movie and you didn't know this existed, which I knew it existed, but let me know as well. I'm going to say you should buy it if you're a fan of this movie. It's a great quality piece and looks fantastic. So anyway, all right, I'm leaving. I'm going. I'm out of here. For Michael, the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this big fat nerd. We'll see you on Kung Fu Friday.